Well, another week has already passed and I'm not sure if this lockdown is getting to me, but it seems like this week our restrictions are going to be slightly lifted in our country, which is some good news along the way. I really miss my friends and I really want to have a jam. So let's get right to it. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Udo and welcome to our new tip of the week. Last week we started a new series looking at home studio tips, where we started with planning your home studio and then we made a list of essential items that we think are necessary in getting you started with your own home recording studio. So if you haven't yet, click on the link below and watch the first episode of the series, because today we're going to go into more detail for each one of those items on that list. So let's get started with desk and chair. Whoosh. Of course, first a sip of coffee. Great. So last week we said that our first item on our essential home studio items list is a desk and chair. Now, if you want to get started recording or start your podcast channel, this might seem like a really boring topic. Now, I suggest that you don't skip over this topic because it might help you have a more comfortable experience in your own home studio. So let's first look at what kind of desk you need. Okay, so you might be thinking that it's too complicated of a process to buy a home studio desk, and it might also be very expensive, which is really true. And really there's nothing wrong with using the plain old desk that you already have at home as your home studio desk. But I want to suggest a few things that could help you make your space more practical when building your home studio. Now, what I did at my old place is I bought a cheap desk similar to this one and I converted it into a home studio desk that would suit my needs at that time. What I did is I built a drawer underneath to tuck away my MIDI keyboard, my cables and microphones that I wasn't using. And then I just built a raiser that I placed on top of the desk to raise my studio monitors and my screen to the levels that worked for me, so that the sound comes to my ears at the right angles. Now, you don't have to do exactly that with your studio desk, but I just wanted to give you the tip that you could use your local joiner or perhaps do it yourself and build a desk that suits your needs when building your home studio. Now, when it comes to chairs and what kind of chair you should use in your home studio, you could really just use any chair that's comfortable that you already have at home. But if budget allows for it, I would suggest that you buy a chair that is specifically suited to your needs in your home studio. Because what happens often is that we sit for many hours behind our desk working at our craft, and you want to have a chair that has decent lumbar support. What that means is just that it supports your lower back so that when you sit for many hours, that your lower back doesn't get hurt. Now, if you are a guitarist or an instrumentalist, keep in mind that a chair with armrests could be in the way when you work a lot in the studio. So you want to buy a chair without armrests so that you can play comfortably for many hours. Great, so next up on our list of essential home studio items is a decent computer. Now, what kind of computer you need really depends on what kind of work you want to get done in your home studio. If you just want to create tracks or songs for your family or yourself, I'd suggest you don't need the latest and greatest computer. However, if you want to compose tracks with many layers and you want to use VST plugins on your DAW, then you do need a computer that has enough processing power, RAM and hard drive space to handle those plugins. Which brings us to our next essential item, which is a DAW or digital audio workstation. Now, essentially a DAW is software that you load onto your computer to assist you in editing and recording sounds. These days, DAWs come with various plugins and other programs that work together to help you in this editing process. There are many different types of DAWs out there, like Logic Pro X, Pro Tools, Studio One, FL Studio, Reaper, Reason, Cubase, and each one of those have their individual strengths and weaknesses. So I suggest that you do some research online and read some reviews to see which one of those suits your needs the best. This brings us to a final point for today, which is audio interfaces, also known as sound cards. Now, a sound card is a device that you plug into your computer that helps you to record your instruments into your digital audio workstation on your computer. Now, you might ask, why can't I just plug my instrument straight into the computer? But generally speaking, computers don't have the proper inputs for the instrument cables that you need. And if you are able to plug your instrument straight into the computer, you might have a lot of noise in your recordings, and a sound card helps you to get that studio quality sound into your digital audio workstation. Now, here at Mitech, we sell a few different sound cards, and I must say one of the most popular ones is definitely the Focusrite Scarlett. Let's quickly look at a few of the options that we have available. Now, starting with the smallest Focusrite Scarlett, the Solo, it offers one microphone input and one instrument input. It has a headphone out and a balanced output for your left and right monitors. It has high quality sound, recording at 24 bits, 192 kilohertz. But if you want to record more than one instrument, I suggest buying a bigger sound card like the Focusrite 2i2, which is the one that I'm using here right now, and it's also the one that I've been using for the recordings of this show. This one offers two microphone inputs and also two instrument inputs, so you can record two instruments or microphones at the same time. It also has a balanced output for your monitors and an output for your headphones. Now, moving on to the Focusrite 4i4, this is essentially a sound card with 4 inputs and 4 outputs, bearing in mind that it has 2 microphone preamps, so you can connect 2 microphones to this at the same time, and it has 2 instrument inputs. The third generation of these also has the air function, and it's got 4 balanced outputs to send to your monitor or to your effects pedals. Now, should you require more inputs than the Solo, the 2i2 or the 4i4 can handle, Focusrite offers various other models in the Scarlett series. The biggest one of the Scarlett series is the Scarlett 18i20, which offers 8 microphone inputs and 10 balanced outputs. Now, this is really a professional solution for a home or professional studio. It's got 2 headphone outputs, and it also includes with it basic DAW software and other tools you can install on your computer. Now, bear in mind that all the other Scarletts also come with basic DAW software, so that you can get started right away after purchasing one of these. Now, there are many different other types of sound cards out there that we sell here at Mitech Direct Namibia, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what's available when it comes to sound cards and what you might need for your specific home recording solution. Okay, that brings us to the end of this week's Mitech Direct Namibia Tip of the Week. I hope you enjoyed this episode so much that you'll hit a like on our Facebook, Instagram and YouTube channels. And please also subscribe to them to stay up to date with the latest from Mitech Direct Namibia. My name is Untitled Chapter, and this is Mitech Direct series on Home Studio Tips. Till next week.